It's the motherfucking Ambition Hour podcast. Blazing through your speakers. You ready?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Yo, and welcome to the Ambition Hour podcast. I'm your girl, AuDii 3000, and this is episode 37. And this week's episode is called We Don't Got Time for That. And the reason why I'm calling it that episode is because today was one of those days that I did not want to do this because my skin is acting up. Your girl's skin is just not acting the way I want it to be acting. I take care of it. I hydrate it. I moisturize it, and it's just not cooperating. So I was able to get my two brothers to come on the show for moral support. So I want to give them the most hypest welcome to the Ambition Hour podcast to Spitz and Hav. Yay! Yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here. You guys have no idea what we're talking about today, but you guys are on, and I appreciate that.
We're just going to do this and figure out where it goes from here. Right?
Exactly. We freestyle like a month. I mean, I know what we're going to talk about.
I does this.
I'm so excited. Thank you. I welcome you to the Ambition Hour podcast. Thank you for tuning in each and every single Saturday. This is WTW Saturday on WTW TV and WTW Radio. If you are listening to us on Apple or SoundCloud, thank you. If you're at work or you in the car, make sure you're paying attention to the road and make sure you're paying attention at work. But we appreciate you guys taking a listen to this podcast. This is awesome. Also, if you're listening to us on Apple, I want you to go ahead and leave a review for us. A little 5-star review for this 5-star podcast. Ain't nothing wrong with it now. Okay.
And subscribe too. Comment as well.
Yes, and subscribe, comment, review, all of that good stuff. And if you are watching us on YouTube land, thank you for watching us each and every single Saturday. This is episode 37. And before we go ahead and get started on like all the good stuff, I want to invite you to join the WTW family. And all you got to do to join is subscribe to our YouTube channel or to the SoundCloud or to the Apple, and you subscribe to us. You hit the little notification. That way every single time that we drop a video, a song, a podcast, a TGIM, whatever it is that we post on any of our social sites, you have a notification. Ding! You get it right away. You're the first person in your group in the group chat to get it. You want to be the first one in the group chat to get it, so that way everybody in the group chat knows that the Ambition Hour podcast is out or that a video is out. So thank you to everybody who has subscribed in the past week. I see them numbers, they coming up. We appreciate that. If you would like to follow myself, it's AuDii Ambition on Instagram. We have Spitz 305, SPITZ 305, and Hav, not Jav, Hav, JAV 600. Right. You can follow the fam on Instagram and the Ambition Hour podcast Instagram as well. It's the Ambition Hour podcast on Instagram. I want you guys to tell them, I don't know which one of you, whoever goes first, I guess, what we dropped today as far as on, for WTW Saturday.
Well, today we got Laid Back Sosa's video that's out now called Opinion. We'll go ahead and card that up right top somewhere. And then we have a song that's going to come out that's called Chant by Laid Back Sosa a little later. And yeah, then we also, you already know, check out Kingdom Hearts Vets is His Dream that's out. Or that 44 million freestyle by my boy Spitz.
Riding Around as well video.
Well, yeah.
Came out last Saturday.
Yeah, shout out Rebecca.
Hey, we see you. We see you. We see them numbers. We see them numbers.
One of the reasons why I wanted to bring you guys on, because I feel like you guys haven't been on in a very long. I think the last time we did an episode together was episode 18, and I feel like that's way too. That's almost that's almost 20 episodes ago. That is actually, if we would have waited until next episode, that would have been 20 episodes ago. I'm tripping. That's 20 episodes.
Y'all needed this episode.
Exactly, because we don't got time for that.
Hey, it was worth the wait.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I wanted to bring the boys on, because I feel like they haven't been in the Ambition Hour podcast in a minute, and I feel like they have so much. They add so much value to my life, to the Ambition Hour podcast. They are the sound, the audio and visual behind the Ambition Hour podcast. But they are also rappers, and they have their own careers going on. They also work. So I was just like, I need to bring the boys on because, one, I need someone to kind of like talk with these topics about. But I also wanted to bring you guys on. That way you guys can update everybody on what it is that you guys are doing. So I wanted to go ahead and start with Spitz. Now speak up so everybody can hear you. What you got going on, what you working on, the videos.
Is
this on?
Shout out to CAB.
Yes. Yes. Actually, like you heard earlier, Riding Around is out now, and that's off of Can't Help But Notice. Right now, what I'm doing right now is trying to get my second EP out, which is going to be called La Vita Bella, December. Be on the lookout for that. Trying to get that mixed down and basically put that out soon enough. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it right now. Like other than
tell them about what we talking about a lot today.
What do you mean what we were talking about a lot today?
That one way worth the wait mixtape.
Oh, facts. Okay. That as well. We got a timestamp on that as well.
Yeah.
It's one way and worth the wait. For sure. Yeah.
We got
Everything is
House
good.
of Jones gonna be coming.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We're working a little bit more on that, and then that should be coming out soon. I know we've been talking about that one for a while. You probably heard about that on the Doogie interview. What episode was that? That was episode
27.
27.
10 episodes ago.
10 episodes.
No, 28. He was 28.
To episode 28, and so that's gonna be coming out soon. Because the dream is out. We've been more focusing in on a couple of the things, getting purple waves out for layback, that to have that on the streaming service for you guys, as well as Cabana Classics, especially for the reaction for that.
Facts. Gotta
And
keep
then
playing, man.
and then
Shout out to
Sosa
those
and I
places.
have a couple of things that we've been working on, and then I've been working on a couple of things. But yeah, our main focus right now really is La Vita Bella, for we could get that out for you guys December time.
All right, cool. So we're gonna be talking about a little bit more about this. I want to kind of get your guys' mindset on like how the rest of the year is going to be going, your kind of plans that you have for 2019. But first, something that I wanted to share with you guys. I'm not sure if you guys have heard about this, but the president that is in office right now, he signed the music.
What's that guy's name?
His name is Donald Trump. Jarrell.
I read about this. This is cool.
Okay, so the president signing, he, messed me up, Jarrell.
My fault. I'm talking about the music.
Okay, so our president in office signed the Music Modernization Act, which basically means for songwriters, create a new and transparent collection entity to ensure that songwriters always get paid for mechanical licenses when digital services use their work. Let ASCAP and BMI secure fair rates for their songwriters. Establish fair compensation for songwriters when the government sets rates. For artists, it means close the pre-1972 loophole so that digital services will pay legacy artists the compensation they deserve. Establish fair compensation for artists when the government sets rates. For studio professionals, give copyright protection to producers and engineers for the first time in history. For fans, provide fans with more access to music across digital music services due to better music data sharing. So this is the Music Modernization Act that was just signed this week. As artists, how do you guys feel about this?
There's a lot on there. I would want to read a little bit more about it, but it sounds like it's all good. It sounds like it's going to be beneficial, and especially with the Legacy Act.
Facts.
I don't know. I think that's good because I think that it deserves the money because they kind of set the standard of what's going on today. But yeah,
I think that's a good thing.
Good business.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good thing. I think it's something that, like, as of us artists, we always talk about. We want full, credit and value for our music. So this right here, this helps us out. And we're talking about songs that, like, your favorite artists over the past year, y'all might get, this shit might get crazy. Y'all don't really understand how crazy that shit means. Like, music over the past years that has been held down can be released now.
Yeah.
So there's music, your fucking favorite artist right now, like, like he has some fire ass music he can't release because of, the Copyrights Act. That Modernization Act right there just fucking uplifted that. So you gotta, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not into all that politics shit right there, but when I seen that shit right there, I was like, ooh, he went to the White House and got some shit done for us artists. So
Sounds
you
like
know,
it.
shout out to Easy for that one, man.
Yeezy.
Like, y'all
Yeezy made
niggas
a
is
play for
tripping.
that.
Yo.
That's
That's it, Chief.
from just reading some of the stuff that I found online, the act was signed actually before he went to the White House.
Oh, facts.
So it
facts.
was something that was done before, Kanye showing up to the White House.
Good correction.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was just something that happened before. That's just what I'm reading here. I pulled up an article from Rolling Stone, and I just want to point something out that I just read right now, which is Spotify's General Counsel and Vice President of Business and Legal Affairs, Horacio Gutierrez. Shout out. I know that name. I know it's a Latin name. One of our core missions at Spotify is to enable 1 million artists to make a good living from what they love, creating and performing music. The Music Modernization Act is a huge step towards making that a reality, modernizing the outdated licensing system to suit the digital world we live in. The MMA will benefit the music community and create a more transparent and streamlined approach to music listening and payment for artists. I just think it's awesome. I think about all the art because one of the things that I see that was pointed out was the 1972 loophole, and if you guys know, around that time is when hip hop started, and some of those artists aren't getting paid the amount of money that they should be getting paid for songs that basically started a legacy that is hip hop. And that's one of the reasons why I thought it was important to share this on the Ambition Hour podcast, because this is a hip hop culture based podcast, something that is going to push the hip hop culture into a positive light, and this Music Modernization Act does just that. Right. It's giving people in the hip hop community the opportunity to not only write their own songs, but to own the rights to the songs, to monetize off of them, and for the artists who basically paved the way to benefit off of what they made, even though it was made a long time ago. We also have to remember that these songs that were made in 1972 and, after, those songs, you can listen to them on Spotify, on Tidal, on Apple, but these people probably aren't getting the same money that you can say possibly a Cardi is making. Right. You know what I mean? And it's just like, because their music came out at this time, who's to say that like, the perfect example would be like a Michael Jackson song. A Michael Jackson song that was made in like 1972 can still be getting played at this time. You know what I mean? But thanks. Michael is making more money off of it because of the smarts that he kind of did. And he was also in the pop music. Right. But when it comes to like hip hop music, it's just like those people aren't as protected, and people are probably listening to that music just as much as Michael. Yeah. They're just not as praised.
Yeah, also, it's time to update it, and I think this is a way that they could kind of update everyone's contract in a way, because back in 1972, I don't think they had a section written in there. Oh yeah, if this becomes digitalized and they get sold on a digital market,
they don't. There's no how. We don't know how to pay these people.
Yeah, exactly. So they don't even know. They figure it out. I think this is great. As for independent artists that does it, it seems like it sounds like it's on our side, and hopefully it is. So yeah, we're just gonna continue to work and see if it's good.
And I also feel like for studios, because one of the things that I noticed was that
about the engineers
for studio professionals, give copyright protection to producers and engineers for the first time in history. I think that's dope. What were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say, doesn't it make it as if like these artists back in like the 1972 was like making pennies on the dollar type of shit?
Well, pretty
much.
So
now it's like it's not even pennies. It's like right. Like it's probably less than that. So that's probably why this act kind of helps them out.
No, for sure. That's what I think.
I was just thinking about that now when you were explaining. I was like, damn. So that means like, they were still holding them to that, that fucking penny.
Right.
Yeah, it was just like now they're getting
getting pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, they were not getting the money that they are owed. And you have to admit those songs paved the way for a lot of the artists that are out right now. Thanks. So why should it be that the artists that are out right now are getting paid more than the ones that started it? Just doesn't make sense. It's so backwards, and that's something that I'm happy that's one of the reasons why I love this Music Modernization Act and why it was signed, and I'm grateful that the president in office did that, is because of that same reason. I'm not a musician. I'm not an artist. I'm not but I do believe in the equal right for everybody, even in the music industry.
I think you'd be like, but I got that mixtape coming out.
You had to let them know,
Make sure
Javier.
you check for mine.
You had to let them know this early in the episode.
The most ambitious EP coming soon.
The most ambitious EP coming soon. When I tell y'all that I have some awesome friends, This man, because y'all know last week's episode, my makeup was on point, my hair was on point, and let me tell you how my friend complimented me on Instagram, talking about some hair laid like teenagers after prom. So on my Instagram post, now let me tell you, that's what I'm saying, like, y'all don't know what it's like to have, if you don't know what it's like to have friends that are gonna comment a shit like that on your post, like, and it's awesome because he's a man, and for him to have commented something like,
They'd be like, wait, hold on, did he really just say that? It's funny as hell, but damn, he knows that.
He knows that terminology.
Laid.
But what the other thing was just the like teenagers after prom. Oh hell no, because y'all know what they be doing after prom. You get it? Yeah, nasty. Okay, so this past week, I know it's been around for some time. You were one of the first people that told me about it, but I finally got the update on my phone, and I got the new update of like the screen time of how long you can use certain apps in your phone. So let me ask you, did you change the settings
I don't have the space for the update, so I don't have the setting. I don't have that new little thing that you guys.
What is it? First world problem.
Yeah, I feel you.
I don't got space.
Hey man, pay $1 already, okay? You know, you get iCloud for a month.
I'm good. Y'all took enough from me, man. Fuck that.
Damn.
And you did the update.
Yeah, I did it. Mine's is I set mine for 20 minutes, which is it's kind of convenient because it's like I checked it and it really lowered it down to the point where, well, I don't know, man. Let me stop lying to you. I can't lie to y'all. I'm cheating. I got another phone. It doesn't have it on there. But in all actuality,
I hate Jarrell.
that segment.
it can work, but you know, like sometimes you're like, yo, hold on, you know, I don't want to fuck my stats up. You know what I'm saying? But
You're over here lying to your phone.
But it does help because once it comes up, it gives you a warning like 5 minutes beforehand. Oh, like you know, the time is coming up. Oh. And then once it comes up, it basically shuts the app down. So it says ignore.
It closes it right then and there.
Oh yeah, it closes.
It pop. There's like a screen that pops up, and then it's just like time's
an
up.
hourglass.
And then the hourglass.
Like an hourglass. It's like time's up. Kind of dope.
Convenient motherfuckers, you.
Okay.
It helps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
all right, but
help.
it helps. But you only got it on one phone, Jarrell.
No, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Now.
Like, I left this.
How many
Listen.
apps do you have it on? So,
It's on social.
Yeah, there's a setting that it's just for
all
social
social
media.
media.
For all social media.
So it'd be Twitter, Instagram,
You
Snapchat.
can do, let's say a game, you know, like how you would probably OD on a game.
Yo, you can do
probably
anything.
You can do it with
anything.
anything in the
So
phone.
even if you're on a calculator, you could be like, yo, only 5 minutes on the calculator.
Like
I guess if you want to try to be the smart guy and the smart ass, you know, like to get all the answers. Oh, I don't need the calculator. You know? You got like 18 sheets of paper writing down like cheat sheets.
Like, bro, just give it up.
Just get the damn calculator.
Just get the damn calculator.
Take it off. Take it off.
Take off the freaking thing. Like, what are you really going through? But so I definitely put it on, and I did know it, and I honestly heard about it from another podcast that I listened to that you guys already know that I love, which is Women Evolve podcast by Sarah Jakes Roberts. I was listening to that podcast before this episode. It kind of brought me into tune with just being at one with what I'm doing, what my purpose is in this podcast. And so for those of you that listen to other podcasts, I know how it is. This is my favorite podcast too. Hey, this is my favorite podcast too. But I also like to listen to other podcasts. What was I?
Other podcasts that you listen to other than the Ambition Outright?
Oh, well, okay. So I'm sorry because I just remembered. This is what I got thrown off by the live. Okay, so I listened to it about the podcast from the screen time on that podcast that I was listening to. Okay. So she talks about that, how she only had it for like a certain amount of time, and then she started to not blame Instagram, but she was just like, my followers on Instagram have made it to where like I have to respond to when they're when they write on my pictures or like comments or like DMs, and she's just like, I feel like I have to be very active with you guys, and that's part of the reason why I'm on social media so much. But then that she ends up on other apps or like other on other, like, it's just like it's so insane how much power, like,
So it's like you're trying to say it helps, but it don't help, because I snitched on myself and she's snitching basically.
Well, she's snitching on herself.
It narrates her to other shit. Basically.
Well, no. That like, okay. Sorry. Okay. So Instagram basically what it's doing is that it takes you into a realm,
right,
like where you're in one post and you go to another post, and if you're like me, I done seen 5 now Instagram videos.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean? And then it's just like, it's not very productive. So she's saying is that for her it's productive, but it's because since now, let's face it, this woman has probably over 100,000 followers on Instagram, so she has a lot more traffic than than I have.
My dumbass.
I just realized that was a very negative thing to say about myself, and I didn't want to say it.
It is kind of negative.
We all know we mean well. You know?
Yeah.
It's like a brain fart.
But that's also something. That's also something that I feel that in I've talked about it like on TGIM, like the way that you talk about yourself, or the way that you even describe certain aspects about your life.
There's energies in words.
There's energy in words. So I didn't like. I was just like, I am a little dumb, but Anywho, moving along. So with her, she has over 100,000 followers, so she has a lot more traffic than I do. So I can see why she feels like she has to be a lot more active on the page, and why you would have to have that screen time. Now, for someone like myself, I just find myself in Instagram a little too much. So I put the time limit of like 2 hours and 45 minutes. I realized that keeps me up until like 8 o'clock. And after that, I'm done. Like at 8 o'clock, I can no longer access my Instagram. So then usually around that time, around 8 o'clock to like 12 o'clock, because it'll restart at 12 o'clock.
Facts.
Because like at 8 p.m. is when it locks me out. Your girl can't use Snapchat, can't use Twitter, can't use Instagram. I don't know what to do, because I want to document everything. So I want to document everything, but I also feel like it's training me to kind of understand that if I want to be allowed to use it the entire day, I have to know that I have to use it wisely. Because then if not, by like 6 o'clock, I can't go on Instagram anymore. And I'm trying really hard to not ignore it, because I feel like if I set myself to a certain standard, why am I going to break it?
Facts. Right.
Speaking of that, yesterday I didn't have French fries and they were in front of me. What were you going to say?
That's really strong.
Ambition hour challenge.
The fries ain't mine. I'm like, I'm hungry. I ain't hungry, but hey, man, let me get a fry.
French fries, the devil.
That's just how they are. I'm just
That's
saying.
how it goes with French fries.
What I was gonna say is that kind of makes sense though. It's kind of basically giving you the responsibility to say, yo, I'm on this shit too much. You know, like that. That's like people. It's like, yo, it's not like, oh, it locks it out and you can't. Like you gotta download it and install
like,
it.
Your phone just like it's just like at the time that it's like the limit, the Instagram app just
it just
in
goes.
Your phone.
It's not on.
It's not
your
like
phone
that.
Anymore.
It's literally like. It's literally like just put you like how he said it was just like a little hourglass, right. And then it's just like you can't, and then you can ignore it, and then boy, when I tell you that there's times that I want to ignore it. I think I ignored it yesterday, but that's because I was posting something on my story, and I literally, as soon as I posted it on my story, I just left it, and then it like kind of took me out. It took me out again, and then once it took me out, I was just like, oh, that's it.
I think all right. This is how I think it works. I think at 12 o'clock. The first time you go on there, it doesn't clock it. You get me what I'm saying? Like once that whatever goes up or whatever, and let's say you put 15 minutes in, that's a 15-minute timer. More so than going in and out. Like let's say you go if you go in and out of it, it's clocking how long you stand in there. Like it doesn't clock it for 2 hours like a timer. But after that, once your time is up, that's the timer, like the 15 minutes. It's like, oh, an additional 15 minutes or whatever.
Yeah,
Ignore
but
that's a timer. That's you can like how she said, you can go and do something really fast and then just get out of that shit.
Yeah,
and
that's
15
what
minutes, it'll just, and then you go back and you look after 15 minutes, it'll be off. I mean,
and I feel like that just allows myself, and I can only imagine the reason there's a reason why Apple did this on the phones.
I'm pretty sure.
It's not like it just came out of thin fucking air. Like it was something that was like, we have to kind of make it to where people are probably complaining that they're being on their phones way too much. How can we make, or like for kids. I always forget that, and I think it's because I don't have any. So I don't think well, no, like, okay, but it's also it's something that like maybe when the thing came out too, I did think about the kids thing, but then I also thought about how it was going to benefit me. How is this going to benefit me? The fact that I can't use social media sites after a certain time that I put on my phone. I feel like Apple just did such a great job with this because it took it like, it's for kids. It's for yourself as well. Right. So you can disconnect from the foolishness that happens on Instagram. I love Instagram.
Giving you responsibility. It's basically saying you're in control right now. Yeah. You said it, and like how she said, like, yo, look,
I'm the captain now.
Right, like, yo, are you gonna break your own? You know, like, are you gonna like be like, yo, I set this goal. You know what I'm saying? Let me meet it. Are you gonna keep breaking that shit?
Yeah.
You know,
that's
like,
how I felt about the French fries.
Like, you know, like, come on. It makes sense. It is a genius update.
I have a conspiracy theory.
Download it, motherfucker.
The one who doesn't have it.
Facts. Get your ass on it
Apple's
now.
Sell this data to Instagram and all these little platforms and be like, yo, they're only on it 6 hours, they're only on it 8 hours, this is the amount of time, this and that, and all that shit. No, I'm kidding, but like, I don't know. It sounds interesting, and it holds people accountable to think. But man, come on, man, you grown. You can go ahead and get off of that app if you don't want to be on the app. I guess.
I feel
easy
like,
to say that.
you say that.
So
you say that so, but it's because I know you, and I know that you're not an Instagram fanatic like myself. Now, see, I'm a recovering addict when it comes to Instagram. You know, it's been a year since I got off of it for 2 months. A time that I definitely needed off of it. So anytime that if my phone gonna tell me that we gonna be off of it for a little bit, I'm like, okay, let's do it. I have been thinking about taking another little like a little sabbatical again and kind of being out of the game for like maybe like a month or two. But I feel like with this the screen time thing, I feel like it's gonna help me a little bit. It's healthy. It's a healthy direction into the better self. Can
I say something? I think they need to do a screen time on 2K19.
I'm so done.
And listen to me. You see him smiling right now. He'd be like, oh shit, you got me. Yeah. Hey, an hour.
But to him, it's under control.
30. Yeah, it's under. He's like, nah, I can put the game down anytime.
Game down anytime, man.
Right, yeah. A guy with a cigarette in his mouth, like, I can quit anytime. I can just, I'm gonna stop tomorrow.
Anytime with that, and then but that's also true. But I see that, and I also see like YouTube. Like I'll get caught up on watching a YouTube video, and then watch another one or another one after that. Man, get caught up on just watching videos and shit, and didn't get what I had to do. Get down. But I think you always have to have a focus of the day, and that's what I've been improving a little bit on. So like my Mondays would be like when I'll edit, and then like on Tuesdays and Wednesdays I'll write. So like I think that setting your days up like that, at least for me, has been a little bit working, and that's been helping me kind of like scheduling and knowing what the ultimate goal was for that day. You know, like of what I wanted to do. If it is to hit 91 on 2K, no I'm kidding. Then so be it.
Speaking of goals, how do you guys feel like the rest of 2018 is going to be, and the gear that you guys are kind of like shifting in your guys' own careers, in your life? What is like, I know right now we're grateful for where we are. This is week 41 of WCW Saturday.
Hey.
So it's a big step. Not a lot of people can say that they have put something consistently out for 41 weeks. So we're grateful for that, and for that time, the 41 weeks, we're grateful for that. But we also are always thinking ahead. So I know one of the ones that loves to think ahead is my little big brother right here. So tell him. Talk to the people.
Well, like, we've been strategizing a little bit more and picking our spots. We want the videos to be, of course, better and a little bit more structured, and just have a sense of focus a little bit more on them, and a tight grip handle on it. So we've been and also picking our spots is kind of like how I could put it down to, you know, as coming into the game and also like getting a little bit more familiar and putting out music consistently, we're seeing things as what they are and kind of like what can we do better and what can we expand on. So you could see us, also experimenting too on a lot of things. Just tell us what you guys also want to see from us, for you to kind of like, help us out, help you, because what we want to do is give the content that is best for you, the viewer, and the person that is watching right now, or watch the Ambition Hour episode 15 to right now. What can we improve on and giving more content and better content on our end, and also with like the music and scheduling next year, what's gonna go on, because we're at the wait. It's not like a cycle. It's not like you go, yeah, I go, then he goes, then then we'll do this, then we'll do that. It's kind of more like a creative and what sparks the moment, sparks the idea. So, but with that, we also want to plan for that. So, yeah, it's just a lot of that, and a lot of like trying to figure out more of the business side, since we are like an LLC now, and that aspect, and like seeing like being a company, and how do we get us profit and in the green with our business. So it's just a lot of stuff like that.
Our main focus would be to get more exposure next year. This year was good on consistency, but next year we're trying to get the exposure aspect down, because it's like, I mean, a good burger is a good burger, but you're not gonna know the burger's good unless somebody can like expose it, and show it to you or something like that. That was
or
sorry,
like
but whatever.
be the best burger.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like, cause there's one thing about like, cause if I make a burger, my burger gonna be the bomb. Like my burger's gonna be the best. But if ain't nobody eating it and nobody's trying it, no one's going to know that it's a good burger. So that's kind of like what comes with quality.
Yeah.
So I totally agree and feel. I can listen to him talk all day. Like the way that he just spoke to y'all is like music to my ears, which is why he makes music. But yeah, I loved hearing him talk about that. And I know that you have a couple of things that you have, but now it's about to be a year since we have consistently been doing this. Not WTW Saturdays, but a year consistently since you guys started performing and kind of like head first.
Of WTW Saturday, yeah.
WTW Saturday is coming up in a year in January.
Oh, yeah.
But then
right.
you guys started performing again in like November, and then so things like that. So from that time to this time, what would you say has shifted the most for you?
I would say the amount of like honest and hardworking artists that I've met. Because when you start off, whatever. I go off a limb right now. When you start off with people you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's your friends and shit like that. And you feel me? Like, and it doesn't always work out, But when you meet certain people and you start seeing that they're on the same path that you're on, which is, putting in the work, grinding hard, staying consistent. We talked about staying consistent, as you just said, like, like you see that, and I'm basically seeing that now. If you are going to be a millionaire, you got to hang around millionaires. You know what I'm saying? You want to grind and get in the game, you got to hang around people that grind and get in the game. Like I the people that I know that do this, shout out One Way, fucking shout out AuDii, shout out all of these people that we've met along the way up there, because they consistently do it. And you can go on their page and you'll see a recent post of theirs somewhere doing something. Us, the same thing. I want that to be something that I can remember. Beforehand, it wasn't something I could, put in perspective. Like, I was just at the house, and every time I run around somebody, I'm like, man, I rap. And they're like, yeah, you rap? Like, yo, let me hear your stuff. Have nothing for them. I can rap something for him really fast or something like that, but I don't.
That boy got the Spotify, the
Tidal,
go here, the Google.
Oh look, go right here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
like, come on. Like, so that's a big difference. That's something that I'm appreciative of, for sure.
So I don't know. Did you guys ever get a chance to listen to the entire Invasion of Privacy album by Cardi B?
I'm not sure if I listened to track 1 and track 7 or whatever. How many tracks?
13. That's a no for Jarrell.
Oh, you talking about my face?
If it's 13, I'm probably gonna
She's like, I can look at your face.
It's a no.
I can look at your face.
It's a no for Jarrell. Well, let me drop some facts because I love Cardi B and this album I love.
Of course.
12 out of the 13 tracks have received a certification from RIAA, making it the most certification for a female rap album.
Hey.
So 12 out of the 13 tracks have received a certification, which is a pretty big deal.
12 out of 13 tracks.
12 out of the 13 tracks.
Don't tell me Be Careful is one of the ones that didn't get. God damn, that's one of the ones I like. Look at me. Damn.
It is. But be careful. That you haven't heard the album because there's some other songs that she has that are way better than that.
Oh, so that it is the one then.
One of the ones that I liked is Best Life. I don't know. I didn't get to see the list of which one is which. So all the singles from Invasion of Privacy have officially been certified platinum or higher. Bodak Yellow has made 6 times platinum and is eligible for 7 times platinum. Bartier Cardi is 2 times platinum. Be Careful. A dog song. Be Careful is platinum. 1 time platinum. I Like It is 4 times platinum and is eligible for 5 times. Damn. Ring is 1 time platinum. So I Like It is one of those.
Which one was 7 time? Damn, she got
7 is Bodak Yellow.
Oh yeah, of course.
And then 5 and it's about to be 7. Bodak Yellow is about to be 7 and I Like It is about to be 5. So 5 times. Now, I Like It. If you have watched it, I don't know what episode I spoke about this on, but there is an episode that I did talk about how I Like It was not going to be a single, but it was a fan chosen single. And the reason why she didn't know that it was going to be a single was because it was partly in Spanish. So since it was partly in Spanish, she didn't feel like the English market would be able to understand it. Fortunately for music has no language. If that shit sound good, we listening to it. We rocking it. We blasting it. I Like It is a very universal song, and I'm not surprised that one is 5 times platinum, and it was chosen by the people. Much success to her. It was just her birthday, so happy birthday to her.
How old is she?
She just turned 26.
Happy birthday, Queen.
Damn.
Happy birthday to Cardi.
Happy birthday.
And yeah, she is your age. She is the same sign as you as well. Shout out to that. Anything is possible. Yeah. So we know somewhat of what happened between her and Nicki. So we saw that people were like trying to like bring her down and kind of like deteriorate what she has done for her career. Right. And especially with all the drama that was going on with her. And then to see this happening as men, how do you guys feel?
I feel like it's no one's damn fucking business. No, I'm
we don't speak on other men's women.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
but as far as what they're doing,
what I mean mainly is like, okay, let's say somebody that was in the same, like another male artist was to try to like doing the same thing, and then you just start flourishing.
I would say
you're just flourishing.
I don't think it's cool to bring a person down. Nobody should bring anyone down. No one should. I mean, whatever people are doing out there successfully, let them do it. And if they're getting on, whatever, if she's scripting, she scripts. She makes money from scripting. If she raps, she makes money from rapping. She makes money from rapping. Like whatever she speaks about in her raps is what she speaks about in her raps. I'm just saying, like let's not just put down someone because of their success and you're probably was in that situation and now you're not. You know what I'm saying? Let's just not do that. That's all I gotta say about that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. That this is crazy. I think it is a little weird. I feel like if a male was in that situation, it wouldn't be a backlash from like, oh man, maybe it should have. It would have been like a thing for like a career move. But I guess
for women,
also in different groups because she isn't a male.
Right.
So I don't know. It's difficult. It's difficult. I think there's no right or wrong way to handle the situation. It is what it is, and I think it doesn't take away from any of their legacies. Just they just gotta keep it moving.
Facts. I think both of them are winning regardless.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't know who Nicki or who Cardi is? Like, at the end of the day, the notoriety is there. Unfortunately, one's career has taken off a lot bigger and a lot greater than the other ones. But I feel that both as women,
At first, like starting off.
oh yeah, well, comparing the beginning of Nicki's career to the beginning of Cardi's
Facts.
career, the first year alone, Cardi just blew it out the bag.
Yeah.
Like,
no disrespect to.
yeah, it's
you
like
know,
not
Sounds
even.
y'all like this.
Yeah. So let's.
Sounds like relax.
Yeah. Don't think we like jabbing and nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like this platform we're on right here. We just don't like to like neglect honesty. You know what I'm saying? What we see.
I like dollars. I like diamonds. I like
Real is
$1 million deals. Where's my pen? Bitch, I'm signing. I'm just saying. That's all I'm going to finish it with. So
That's Offset too.
Quavo,
shit.
Quavo just dropped an album, his first solo album in his
Honcho.
career. And is that the name of the album?
It's called.
Nah, it's not called Honcho.
Quavo Honcho.
Quavo Honcho.
Quavo Hunter?
Yeah, Quavo Honcho.
I've heard a little bit of it. I haven't heard every single track. I was listening to it last night with one of my favorite people to listen to new music with, my sister. Have you guys had a chance to listen to it?
I had
A little bit.
I had a chance to listen to a little bit too. I haven't listened to all of it yet. I think people need to relax though. Talk about how it's overwhelming. I think that Quavo did his thing, and the few songs that I heard, I felt like were really good.
How many tracks?
You know, right now, Robo has
A lot.
19 tracks.
19. Kid Cudi's on there.
Okay,
Can I see that real
Kid-
quick?
Kid
My
Cudi's
phone's
on
about to
there.
die.
I like
So
the Kid
what's
songs,
what's
too.
the problem with the whole night? I mean, me, we're gonna get there soon, but Lil Wayne had what, like 20, like.
Oh yeah, well people say that but they do that to like up their numbers. So since you have 25 tracks, people listen to an album, right? So then it's like, oh, you got this much streams that went to your album, but really it's because you had 25 tracks. You know, saying that it's almost like stat stuffing is what some people feel like it is.
I mean,
and like rather than making a condensed project like 10 album, 13 songs, you know, because like Cardi B's album was tight because it was 13 songs, but all those songs were like fitting for an album. So I don't know, like it all depends. To me, like I don't know. I feel like it was. I didn't listen to all of it in its entirety. The same way how I feel about like Carter 5. It's I don't know. I don't think like it's long enough for it's like, oh my god, this album is really dragging. But for people that are like listening to everything that's coming out and not really a fan, I guess maybe. But then it's like you're not really a fan though. So like I don't know why you're bitching about the amount of music that's coming out of it.
I mean, I think personally that I should give it a listen since I didn't really hear. I only heard a couple of them because I check what I do every day is check the top charts, and I seen he was on the top of the charts, and I was like, oh shit, let me listen. And I listened to a couple of them, and he was over the charts, and I was like, that's dope. So I have to give it an actual listen. But as far as like what you say about the whole stat stuff and stuff like that, I don't know, man. Like, maybe, you know, maybe,
If it's good, it's good.
you know, if maybe, but like, I don't really knock it because I list, bro. Like it's at least like 13 or 14 songs off of the Lil Wayne that I listen to, and I'm not skipping those songs. So it's kind of like it's worth it. And that changed my mind because you heard me earlier this year when I was talking about how Kanye, you know, it's like, yo, we should give me 7 good bangers. You know what I'm saying? Or you can give me 8 or 9 or something. I'm good with that. You know, like, and I was on that wave. You know, but if it's a good 20-something songs,
Why not?
why the fuck not? If it's a good 19 songs or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, why,
so I'm
why
just
the hell
gonna
not?
go down the track list. Shout out to I can't really read the name, but shout out to the person who was on the Instagram live, which is Spitz's live, who said that they like Bubblegum
Bubblegum is dope. My favorite one is Rerun
and Workin' Me.
Work
That was
Me.
the two that they said. Who
song
else?
I think those two are
What other songs you liking?
I like Rerun, the one with Travis. That one's dope. The one with Madonna and Cardi B called Champagne Rose.
Rerun is hard.
I
You was
think
just
that
playing it
one-
earlier.
Yeah, I was
That
just
shit's
playing that one.
fucking fire.
That one was one during like in the beginning of the show, before we started, you know, with the shits. I like that, and there was a couple other ones that are on the top here that were pretty dope. Like the biggest alley Poncho Dreams. I like that because it's kind of like he's kind of like responding to Barbie Dreams, and he's kind of like he's even like Nikki.
See, they dumb, man. Like,
why you crying?
like I don't know, man. I was seeing people that was like trying to spin that and say, "Oh, did he have sex with Nikki?" And I was just like, "Bro, I read these rhymes." Like,
Somebody told me that they were like, oh, I thought they were together.
I don't know, man. Like,
But
I think
you
people
swear
need to
Nikki is-
really get your
You know
information
what? You know
correct.
what? Let me not on
Stop
Twitter.
scrolling through damn posts and like reading and you Yeah, I'm saying running whatever the hell you wrote. You know, I mean,
Not today's Satan. So we're gonna go down the track list real quick. It's called Biggest Alley Oop is number 1. Pass Out featuring 21 Savage is number 2. Huncho Dreams is number 3. Flip the Switch with Drake is number 4. Number 5 is Give It To Him featuring Sweetie. Y'all know I love me some Sweetie. And tracks 1 through 5 all have stars next to them on Apple Music. Shout out to that. Number 6 is Shine. 7, Workin' Me. 8, How About That? Champagne Rose comes in at number 9 with Madonna featuring Cardi B. Number 10 is Keep That Shit featuring Takeoff. Number 11 is Fuck 12 featuring Offset. Number 12 is Lose featuring Lil Baby. 13 is Rerun featuring Travis Scott. 14, Go All The Way. 15 is Lamb Talk. Now I've heard Lamb Talk. I feel like I have not heard that song. Who has not? And then number 16 is Big Bro. 17, Swing by Normani and Davido. Normani is, I'm not sure if she is or was or what. She is one of the singers from Fifth Harmony, and Davido is a Nigerian artist who Quavo
Yo,
is
shout
like.
out to the Nigerians. I'm just playing. I don't think. My bad. I just want to say something dumb real quick.
Nah, John.
It's a mission accomplished.
He just made up a whole national.
No one says Nigerians. It's like shout out my Nigerians out there.
It's funny because he knew it was wrong too.
And then number 18 is Bubblegum. 19 is Lost featuring Kid Cudi. So
I heard Lost. That one was good.
Okay, so with the Lamb Talk, so now this artist Davido, he was at the BET Hip Hop Awards last year, and he basically like on stage as he was accepting his award, made an announcement that he wanted to do features and like he wanted to work with artists here in America. So to have seen him here now on this, because like when he made that announcement at the BET Hip Hop Awards, they showed the Migos like right away. So it's pretty cool to see them that they made a song together.
Yeah, that is pretty dope.
Yeah, you see your girl.
Yeah.
I be knowing things. You know what I'm talking about?
Connections.
Maybe they got that song done later that night. You heard it here first on the
On the Asian American.
I got the exclusive.
I something like that. You know, I put 2 and 2 together with a little bad weather. And so then that album is pretty dope. It's funny because I saw something, I think it was on Instagram, or I remember where it was that I saw it, but they were saying that Quavo was the Beyonce of Migos.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh. Hey, it kind of makes sense. Offset, no disrespect. Kelly.
So you Kelly. So then Michelle. So then Takeoff is Michelle.
It makes so
I'm
much sense.
Jarrell.
It makes so much sense. Hey, Offset, but hey, think about it. Kelly still had roles, man. She was still popping.
I'm done. She had that motivation song.
Way more popular.
Wait, are you?
No, but we're talking about it. Maybe it's just damn joke. See, that's the internet for you right there. I was joking. We know goddamn well. We know that. It was funny though.
I mean, yeah, because they were saying that whole thing about the Beyonce, and then I think because he has a verse where he says that he's like not Beyonce. I don't know if you guys have heard. Yeah, he like, cause you know the internet also. You sometimes he said that's what I'm saying. Takeoff is one of the best one out of them. Like, have y'all not heard Fight Night? Like Fight Night alone can just win. It just wins the whole.
He snapped.
It wins the whole like argument.
Yeah, he was winning. He was holding them down the first.
Now what's that other one where they was dressing like 70s motherfuckers?
And who else was going to wear?
Yo, he snapped on that shit too.
Who else was going to wear a blonde wig out of all 3 of them? Takeoff, because I'm sorry. I love Takeoff. I love Offset. I love all of them just like by themselves. I love them all together. So just the fact that one of them has their own project by themselves, I feel like the love that all 3 of them have had has been awesome. I was on Cardi's Snap. I watched all of their stories. So I got to see how like the album release party was and the energy and how it was like between everybody. You know, you see Quavo there. I mean, well, it's Quavo's album. You see Sweetie showed up. So then you see Offset there as well. It was Cardi's birthday. You know what? I don't know.
Answer the question.
Because she was his date at the AMAs.
Right.
So they went together. There's a picture of them together. But that could just be, you know, like I need some eye candy. I'm done. Sosa said, "Who the Offset Quavo and Takeoff of WTW? Don't start nothing, won't be nothing, Sosa."
brother.
We are also live. We're live on Spitz's Instagram. So if you watch this later, then that's you know that's what's going on. So that's pretty funny. But yeah, so I don't know if they really are dating. You're the one who told that to me. I saw the video.
People are saying that, like, I don't know, people have been mentioning it, and they're like together a lot than this. Cause I don't know, look, even with like Constant Dreams, it looked like he wanted like, he wants like a Cardi B like alongside with, you know, like how Offset and Cardi B, like I guess with him. With the rapper girl, like, you know, kind of like he kind of wants that companion.
I also think that
I'm just thinking like, you know, like why not also?
I also think like
Sweetie is pretty as fuck too.
So I feel like Sweetie is just like the woman that he should be with, like that type of woman, like just from based off of the interviews that I've seen of Sweetie and like just getting to know her as like the woman that she is. I do see her with someone like Quavo, but I'm like, I don't know if it's like the best fit. But who am I to judge? Ain't none of my business. But I mean, that would be cool. Like if it's true, cool. I mean, I don't feel like there should be any need for her to like have to hide it or it to be hidden. But a lot of people be in motherfuckers' business. It is what it is. So Lil Wayne dropped an album a couple of weeks ago. I have not had a chance to talk about it on the Ambition Hour podcast, but I know you guys have gotten to hear it. So can we please talk about the Lil Wayne? My nails all purple.
I let one go.
Hey.
Facts.
Drill, that is not a Harlem Shake.
Yeah, look at it. You throw it up. Hey.
Catch it.
All right, so tell me, can we bring the track list up for the?
Yeah, we can bring the track list up.
Or
we can just skip to my favorite song.
Okay, so listen. Okay, so Lil Wayne dropped the Carter 5. So shout out to that. I've been waiting for another Wayne album. I'm still stuck on the other Wayne albums because I will always love the other Wayne albums. But being a Wayne fan for as long as you have been, how did you feel him dropping a project after such a long hiatus?
It was long awaited. I think it. I was talking about this the other day. I was trying to explain to people. I think he touched Wayne's album. I think he did a typical Carter album, which is basically he gave you all elements of music. He didn't do anything that basically, I mean, he didn't do something that someone else is doing.
Yeah.
He stuck to his guns and made music that he makes on Carter. So, like, I believe that, I mean, it's not the best Carter album, but it's a great album.
Yeah.
And the numbers that it did, it's warranted, period.
So Don't Cry, we're rocking with that, for
Facts.
sure. RIPX. Dedicated.
Hell yeah. Oh, wait. Can I just talk about Dedicated real quick? Dedicated, just to give you guys like a little backstory on that. That right there is the song that, 2 Chainz dedicated to Lil Wayne. That song made Lil Wayne cry. Like that's like he said, yo, that
he played it.
Brought him back to his his self and making good music again. That particular verse, that's why he put that in there. All right, you can keep going now. Just to try to school y'all real quick.
Uproar, which is a famous special delivery.
Facts.
Let It Fly with Travis Scott. Can't Be Broken, another hard song. Dark Side of the Moon. I haven't heard that one too much.
Facts. Wayne album.
Mona Lisa. Kendrick and him do a phenomenal
Fire.
storytelling. What About Me with Sosa Man. Open Letter.
My favorite shit. My favorite shit.
Famous, which that song was hard as fuck.
His daughter.
And then just like. It's like it reminded me of one of those older Wayne songs where he kind of does like that whole story thing, like kind of like Lala.
Facts.
A little bit. There you go adding it again. Problems, which was dope. Dope Homies with Snoop Dogg. That one was sick, and that whole little sample, and I like that flip.
That was dope. It kind of gave you like a little West Coast vibe.
Yeah, it gave me a West Coast vibe, and then like I don't think we ever got that. Like them. We probably got them on a song together, but like not just there to something.
I thought about that too. I was like, this is dope.
So that was good. Hitters Took His Time, one of my favorite songs on here.
Took His Time, yeah, that's
Open
fire.
Save, Start the Shit Off Right, Demon Mess, Dope, New Gospel, Perfect Strangers, Used To, Let It Work Out.
Can I just point out the features that he has on here?
Yeah.
So he has his daughter Reginae.
Oof.
He has Nicki, he has Kendrick, he has Triple X, Travis, and he also has Nivea. Nivea.
Oh yeah, Nivea.
Oh, don't forget about Ashanti.
Oh yeah, that Ashanti record.
Oh, Ashanti.
That's the one on there.
Start this shit off right.
That shit is a fire song too. That song is fire. That's when I put you didn't see I put that on there. I was like, I'm fucking awesome. To awesome have a child for me. Yo, he's fucking back on those fucking Lil
Back
Wayne
on the shits.
fucking shits, man.
6 out of the 23 tracks have stars next to them, so that's pretty
Wait,
cool.
you named the 6?
The 6 tracks that have stars are "Don't Cry" featuring Triple X Tentacion. The second one is "Dedicate." The third one is "Uproar." The fourth is "Let It Fly" featuring Travis Scott. The fifth is "Can't Be Broken," and the sixth is "Mona Lisa" featuring Kendrick Lamar. So out of the 6, 3 of them are features. I'm pretty excited. As far as Instagram goes as well, I feel like there has been a really good positive feedback on the album. I haven't really seen anything negative about it. Shout out to Lil Wayne, and we wish him nothing but success in the remainder of the year, and hopefully he comes out with another project in due time. Oh, what's up, G?
Yo, we stopped the episode for you, boy.
What's up, G? How you doing, dog? That's my homie. Okay, so we're gonna start wrapping up the episode a little bit, but okay, so last week, if you watched the episode, which was Slut Walk Talk, your girl could not get the episode right. I could not get the name of the episode right, but it was Slut. Yeah, it was definitely the Henny.
Thanks.
So the Slut Walk Talk, and that episode was amazing. I felt so liberated after doing that episode. I got to see a lot of the stuff that happened after the Slut Walk, and I was just so inspired. I got to have conversations with other people about the Slut Walk, and then also on the Ambition Hour podcast page, there was a lot of feedback from a lot of people. The video that I posted of the model Sam with the video, with the video of her getting the interview has gotten over, I think, 3,000 views on the Ambition Hour podcast page. Hey. So thank you to everybody who has been supporting that post. Like I said, last week's episode, Rosa Acosta liked it. Fangirl moment of life right there. I was like, you would have thought.
Isn't she from where you guys are from?
She's Dominican. But you would have thought.
Wait, so who's the other one that is from?
Tammy Rivera.
Okay.
That's Waka Flocka's lady.
Shout out to the family.
Yeah.
Damn. Wait,
G, we miss you, G.
That's hard. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So it just got a really good feedback. That episode was awesome. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, go ahead and check it out just so you can inform yourself on what's going on with the Slut Walk Talk, what the Slut Walk Talk was, and just about all equal rights for women. And let's go ahead. Okay, so last week's question of the week. This week we don't have a question of the week, but last week's question of the week, I kind of want to talk to you guys about it because we talked about it a little bit in the car one day about the whole women sliding into a man's DM.
Hey.
So last week, if you guys watched the episode, the dude who I wanted to slide in his DM slid into mine, and so there we have it. You know, I'm not in a relationship, guys. I'm not off the market. Don't worry. But that's just basically what happened to me. So what do you guys feel that that is a woman should be sliding into the DMs?
Yeah, I think so. I think if she comes and basically does the same thing a man does, which is look at your page, sees things that you like, and pinpoints a conversation, that's basically the same shit that dudes do. Yeah. Dudes that are right. Like, respectful guy would actually say, let me take an interest in this person. Let me go on her page, see something that interests me. Okay, I like this. Let me take this to her and into the DMs. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me slide in the DM. Them motherfuckers is crazy. Like, those are the ones that's like, hey, dick pic. You know what I'm saying? Like, slide in the DMs is dick pic. But
that's happened to me before.
Trust me. Every girl gets a casual dick pic. Like it's 2018.
It's been more than once too, you guys. It's been more than once.
Right,
no means no.
No.
Cut.
I am the captain now.
And that's our show. Okay. That's a little awkward. But that's crazy. For those guys doing that, y'all are wild as fuck. Can you at least start with Applebee's?
At least try to take me out to eat.
At least get you started with Applebee's.
And be like, oh, so you like the color green? So just
facts. Be like, yeah, and I'm sending you a dick pic. Like, damn.
So unsolicited.
Yeah.
That's as if that would be so weird. Anywho.
But yeah, I think women should probably take the chance of hopping in the DM when they so fitted, or like when if they do have that moment or whatever like that. Same way I think how they probably will feel like a guy. Like if you have something that you feeling like you're gonna say, like you got something to say it. You know what I mean?
True, because I would feel like if a guy likes me, I would want him to let me know.
Mm-hmm. And what I mean by say it is not so much of like, hey, you're bad or whatever like that, or like, you know, what's up, trying to holler at you. Just kind of like mention it and then you play it from there. Like, I don't think you go in so much with a strategy or with the end goal. Just kind of like, all right, let's see, like, let me toss the ball on that court. Let me see what, you know.
It has to be an interest, man. It has to be an interest.
Yeah, it has to be an interest.
Yeah.
You have to be genuinely interested in whatever that is on that person's page. Because, like, I'm gonna tell you right now, me personally, like, yo, I see kids on that page, exit. I mean, no disrespect. I'm just being honest. Like, you know, like, I'm not gonna waste your time like that. You know, like, but I'd be like, oh shit, kids, up, out of there. Cause it's being real. Y'all sexy as hell, and y'all some hard workers.
Y'all some hard workers. Keep on grinding.
Facts.
Listen to that play.
I'm just not gonna be the dude.
That man said, I see kids and I hop out of there.
I'm just not gonna be the guy that sits up there and wastes your time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's dudes that look and be like, oh, yo, ooh, a MILF.
Yo, how can I
like to fuck.
Let me see how I can fuck this
They want to fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna just be the guy that tell you this right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, those guys don't want to talk to you. They want to fuck you. Like, at least I'll be honest and be like, look, I'm not gonna try to even waste your time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
to bring it out, we don't got time for all that.
Thanks.
We don't got time for that. Not to this episode, not next episode, not any other episode, not any time in life.
Never.
And I felt like that question, like, it's a question that I had, and I'm happy that I asked it, and I got the response that I got. Sure. And I had somebody like basically like slide into my DMs, because something that I did mention was I probably wouldn't have slid into his DMs either way. Because I not that I associate with sliding into someone's DMs and getting into a relationship, but it's kind of like, what if this person is with it? What if and then now, you know, fucked up and got yourself into a relationship and you don't even know if you were ready for that. Facts. You know what I mean? Like, and sometimes that happens in life. That sometimes happens that we sometimes go into something expecting one thing, or maybe not expecting much, and then it turning out to be like the best thing that could have ever happened to you.
Yeah.
But also you may, or the worst thing, because sometimes you may not always necessarily be ready for that. So this is Hispanic Heritage Month. We are closing it up this Monday, if I'm not mistaken. So I will be giving you guys the last two women in the Hispanic community that have made shaken tables in the motherfucking industry. So number one comes in for J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez. Jenny from the block. She was born in the Bronx. She is a fly girl dancer from Living Color.
That's what they do.
In 1997, she played Selena. She is the highest paid Latin actress in Hollywood.
Get it right.
First Latin artist to receive a Vanguard Award, which is on the MTV Music Awards award. She's an actress, singer, dancer, producer, entertainer, mom, business mogul. She got makeup. She got perfume. She got a fine ass man on her. Listen, ladies, if y'all have not noticed this glow up that J-Lo is going through, let me tell you what that is happening and how and why. It's because she's getting that good from a good man.
That boy from Miami.
From the man who was supposed to be giving it to her all this time, but time has no perfect time. Because we never know when the right time is going to come. But we just have to be prepared mentally for that. And I feel like my girl was prepared mentally for that. That's why everything is going so well. I just saw her perform at the AMAs. Which, by the way, the AMAs were amazing. I don't know if you guys ever...
American Music Awards?
The American Music Awards.
I only saw Cardi's performance, and I thought she killed that shit.
She killed it, but then so Camila Cabello also was there. She performed. She won. She won Best New Artist. Camila Cabello is an artist from Miami. We have talked about her. So she was in Fifth Harmony, but she is an artist from Miami.
Is she the one that's featured on the Quavos, or another girl from...
Is that the one?
No, she's another one who...
Is that the one earlier we were talking about that...
we were definitely talking about her with the whole...
We're not going to bring that... We don't got to bring it up. Yeah, we ain't got to bring it up. We ain't got to bring it up. Okay.
Y'all see how they don't let me be great and be a little messy sometimes. But you need people like that in your life, because if not, I would just be a mess. And you don't need that in your life.
Or Kanye.
Damn, we ain't gonna talk about that either.
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about it. You see how my eyes went?
So shout out to J-Lo for being a Latina woman that has just shaken up the fucking table. I salute you. I am so grateful for you. Everything that you have done and that you have become and that you have gone through, I feel like I am right there with you as a Latina woman, as a Latina American woman. I appreciate everything that she has done for herself. She has just breaking each and every single barrier. She is also an author. She's written her own book. So, hello. I mean, what more can you ask for? And so she is another one that I'm going to be giving praises to. And the last one that I'm going to be giving praise to is the one who I aspired to be as a young little girl, which is Selena. She was born in Lake Jackson, Texas, and they called her the Queen of Tejano music. She's a Mexican-American singer-songwriter, spokesperson, model, actress, and fashion designer. Unfortunately, she was taken from us at a very young age, and we no longer got to hear any more music from her. But the legacy that she has left has been around for more than 20 fucking years.
Y'all bitches stealing from her. Swag-wise. Y'all bitches stealing from her swag-wise. I'm just being honest.
Let it be fucking known.
I just want to point this out that this is from like this little swag right here that I got is from a Beady Bom Bom video. So, Beady Bom Bom.
Yeah.
It might not.
Y'all aren't outside.
You telling you, y'all ain't been around the porch yet.
But yeah, so I just want to go ahead and celebrate all the Latin women that we had that we honored on the Ambition Hour podcast for Hispanic Heritage Month. We had Gina Rodriguez, Angie Martinez, Jennifer Lopez, and Selena Quintanilla. So excited about that. Thank you to all those women that you guys have literally paved the way. All 4 of you women, from Selena when I was 6 years old, 5 years old, seeing her on TV and just remember seeing how she would take over a stage and how she would dance, and then the lyrics and the way that those lyrics would make me feel. It just made me feel as a little young Latina girl. At that moment, I didn't know that that's what I was, but now I do. But at that moment, I remember just seeing another girl who looked like me on TV and who was performing and who was basically living her dreams. The same goes for Jennifer Lopez, the same for Angie Martinez, and the same for Gina Rodriguez. The reason why these women are being celebrated on the Ambition Hour podcast is because of that reason. Those 4 women have played a part in me not being afraid to go ahead and pursue what it is that I want to pursue, and to be the best woman that I am, and to be proud to be a Latina woman, also to be an American Latina woman. So thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode. I want to thank JAV and SPITZ for joining me today. We don't got time for that because the skin's a little, you know what I'm talking about? But you know, hair laid like a teenager after prom. So thank you guys one more time. And if you guys have not already subscribed, please make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, the Apple and SoundCloud. I appreciate you guys. And for the 37th time in a row, this is your girl AuDii 3000, and I'm out.